Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to our Nikke video, and today we're going to be looking at Blanc. Lady Blanc. So, okay. On first impression, I was already really impressed with her, but let's look at her. So, she's on 777, which only has 2 people on it currently. We'll be looking at Nora later. Not now, she's not in a banner yet. And so, she's an assault rifle unit, which is necessary for what she needs to do. And basically, if you want the TLDR and you want to skip ahead, basically to me it sounds like she's just basically Senti and kind of Pepper in the same unit with some other additions. In some aspects, she's better than both of them, and then some aspects they're better than her. So she actually has quite a few good things in here. So first of all, on her first skill, she gets a shield that's for everybody, but only after 120 attacks, and that's the reason why she wants to be an assault rifle unit for that aspect, because it has 60 rounds, so after a few reloads, you'll be able to get this. I think Senti is a little easier to activate, but that's okay. This shield's not the only thing that you want to bring her for. Now the second skill is borderline on the gray side of basically walking on a trapeze of the Japanese gacha laws, where technically it's not really, you could argue it is, and sometimes you could argue it's not. The first part's fine. It doesn't have anything to do with anything else from anyone, because it affects all allies, which is very good. I'm pausing a lot, by the way, my allergies are insane. Apologies for that. Anyways, the second part is where some eyes may be glanced on the Japanese server, because it activates when full burst ends with an ally from the same squad, and the squad is the 777, not the company name. So while they're on the battlefield, they get a cooldown burst, which is an insane amount of seconds. This is level 10, but still, that's a lot of seconds. And like I said, the squad is not this. This is not the squad. The squad is this, and it says squad right next to it, which allows you to know that, and there's only 2 people in here. So basically what they're saying here is you need to pull for both characters in order for this part down here to work. I can't just say, oh, it's not that big of a deal. 40 seconds at level 10 is actually very substantial. So I'm legitimately surprised that they even got away with doing this. Because there is, if you guys are not aware, that there are Japanese gacha laws, which basically state you can't make a character in a gacha game that needs something else. Like, for example, if I said A unit needs B unit in order to fully function in a game, they can't do that anymore. You can't do that, and so technically this is seriously like skirting it, because technically this is not the whole unit requiring a Nor, just for a small portion, but they still might say, hey, even if it's a small section, you still need the unit for this one part. So I'm really surprised that they got away with doing this. Maybe they haven't told anybody. Maybe like hush hush. Maybe they'll never know. I think they'll know eventually. Someone's gonna rat it out to them. So it's not gonna be me, but I'm assuming eventually they're gonna get eyes on this, because I think they're very strict on these kind of things. And so, yeah. So with all that small controversy out of the way, which they made themselves, her burst is actually very interesting and very valuable. Sadly, it's not for everybody for this, but that would be insane. In fact, this would be broken if this was for all allies. That would be super broken. Even if it's only for all lowest HP, it's very good. So you constantly recover HP, which is insane, for 8 seconds. So you're getting, at level 10, you're getting 3.4 of caster's max HP every 1 second. So you're getting, like, what is that, like over 10% of their max HP as HP healing for 8. That's actually really insane, actually. And this Indomitable is basically Guts. If you play Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, it's just Guts. Or some other kind of terminology in Dokkan Battle. Or basically, if you're intended to be hit with something strong enough to KO your unit, and this procs first, and then they get hit with something, they're not gonna get knocked out. So that's how that works. And just by that alone, already it's kind of like a pull, like valuable into pull, because that's really strong. So your lowest HP character is not gonna get knocked out. And on top of that, for 10 seconds you get 39.26 basically damage reduction, because they're, or do I know that's damage taken? That's not damage. They take more damage, I think, is what that means. So I thought it was damage reduction because everything else here was supporting, but this is an all-around very good unit. Even without this part down here, you could erase, you could backspace all of this, and the second skill would still be pretty good. It wouldn't be as good, but it still would be good. We have to see what Nora looks like first, to see if this is even worth it to put them both on the same team. Obviously, she'll be a different burst level than this character here, Pull Blanc. But all these skills are very good. So the first time in a long time, I think she's a pull. She's definitely a pull. The bad part is we have, you just used everything for Dorothy probably, and we also have Nier in the near future. No pun intended, or it wasn't intended. Maybe it was, but this is definitely a very good banner unit to pull on. She has everything you'd want in a support slash healer slash support unit, and in arena she probably would be okay. She's probably okay in arena because of the healing and everything, and she might be able to tank pretty decently if you have the right equipment. So in arena she probably would get like an 8 out of 10 just because of some of the things that she can do. In normal content she's probably going to be like a 9.5. She basically compresses, in a sense, Senti and Pepper or whoever other healer you want to use into a role. Let's look at Senti real quick. Now mine's not fully maxed, yada yada, fine, whatever. But so it's basically almost the same, but she has healing on top of that. So you could actually just replace Senti and a healer for Blanc if you wanted to do that. I'm not going to be doing that. I don't have anything to pull with, really. But I think that's pretty valuable. Her kit is extremely valuable. I think that's the only thing right now. But I think for the video, to close it out, we're going to do one pull to see if maybe I can pull Blanc. But it's probably not going to happen. But it could happen. It could definitely happen, but more often than I'm going to see Ultra Purples. Oh wow, we actually got a gold. That's actually kind of insane. But S-Man banner now, so let's see what that's going to look like. Probably not going to be on banner. If it is on banner, that'd be really crazy. The luck would continue for on banner pulls. It's not. It's missileless, so it's not a banner pull. And it's nothing I really care about, unfortunately. So that would have been really amazing, but unfortunately it's off banner. What can you do? Anyways, good luck in your guys' pulls if you will pull for her. She's definitely a very valuable pull for once. There was quite a few banners before Dorothy that were kind of just like, you don't really need them, but this is definitely a very valuable pull. But keep in mind, again, if you already pulled for Dorothy and you got nothing, don't worry about Blanc. Or if you're saving for the Nier collaboration, I would highly advise against pulling because you need to save up your resources, especially as they're free to play. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.